People don't know what is coming, do they? They have no idea. I feel sorry for this city. They have no idea. Any day that all of you gang up to support your one Nigeria garbage, the more you're digging your collective graves. Nigeria can never ever be fixed. It's broken beyond repair. It can never be fixed.
Why do you believe in the Nigerian court? Why do you believe in the court of the oppressor? Why do you believe that the arsonist must become the firefighter? Why do Biafrans sit and hope on the court of their oppressor? It baffles me. You people should think of rescue Marvin Kanu. The people who committed genocide on you, the people who kidnapped him from Kenya and rendition him, the people who a couple of years ago attacked his house and murdered too many people. You expecting justice from them? Or is it the kind of justice he had a few years behind and it was taken away back from him just last year? Biafrans, you people haven't started. Nigeria takes the lead of 70 million people and you sit back and hope on the institution created by the same oppressor? Sit up. I don't count on the courts.
Good morning. I don't understand what you mean. Okay. Good morning. Trust we're all doing great today. Happy weekend to you all. Yeah, so you're welcome to another episode of our newspaper review. If you're new to this channel, don't forget to click the subscription button and also click on the like button. All right, so let's drive down to the newspaper of today. Okay, starting with this day newspaper. It says, Godman child, Naira devaluation, not sufficient condition for exchange rates unification, wants clarity on fixed restriction. And on 9th, we have Hales fixed unification, says $12 billion needed to clear fixed backlog. Currency unification jerks public debt to 82 trillion naira. Naira depreciates further to 700 naira per dollar on I and E fixed window. Iwani urges federal government to drive institution reforms, insists lower interest rates not possible with strong currency. It says oil marketers demand full payments for outstanding petrol equalization areas. Says price of 45,000 liters truck jump from 7 million naira to 25 million naira. Insists no funds for new stock without debt settlement. Crude oil refineries back subsidy remover, 6 CBN's intervention for modular refineries. What transition to Naira transactions supply sensitive? Then on the major headline, say Tinubu list 8 priority areas on development, 6 government support. NEC proposes palliatives for workers, vulnerable groups over subsidy. Most payments of 702 billion naira to civil servants as cost of living allowance. Federal government seeks World Bank funds to implement CNG. President appoints Wibandu, Edu, Alake, 5 other special advisors. Meets with Abdul Salami, Sanusi, Akande at State House. Ex-head of state pleads for people's understanding over subsidy removal. You can see the story on page 5 of this day newspaper. And there's a photo there displaying the inauguration of the National Economic Council. And that's all on the so over to the Vanguard newspaper. It says inflation hits 18-year high at 22.4% to surpass 23% this month. That's on page 13 of the Vanguard newspaper. AFCC, CBN chefs say Abakuba asks Tinubu to remove INEC share. That's on page 9. Watch out for forex speculators. 7.9 billion naira fraud court odds trial of ex-minister Abdul over threats to judge. That's on page 11. Nollywood actor John Baimo Ujebu slumps dies on location in Port Harcourt. That's on page 7. May so rest in peace. And on the major headline, it says Tinubu to NEC, no excuse for failure. NEC considers payment of 703 billion naira to workers as palliative for subsidy removal. More legislative financial support for vehicle manufacturers. To approach World Bank for loan. Daily oil consumption drops from 66 million to 41 million. And still the National Economic Council inauguration, you can see the photo. And still on the presidential poll, over 18,088 results, INEC uploaded blood obese witness. You can see that on page 33. And still on the tribunal, it's a Tinubu kicks as court admits INEC's exhibit containing his biodata. That's on page 8. Federal government appoints FBI academic alumnus Shukurs as AG EFCC chairman. That's on page 9. And still on the subsidy, oil marketers plan petrol import as CBN floats Naira. That's on page 9. And that's all on the Vanguard newspaper. And over to the Punch newspaper. And so on the Nation newspaper, it says Ribadu, Edu, Unwajumogu, Aleke among 8 presidential advisors. You can see that on page 5. Then Obi Labour Party tenders 18,088 blood results sheets. That's on page 5. Rising basic cost of living push inflation to 22.41%. That's on page 7. And on the major headline of the Nation newspaper, it says workers to receive cost of living petrol allowances. Federal government states proposes palliative to control effect of petrol subsidy withdrawal. Abdul Salami Akende Yakasa says Tinubu on track. President's decision body says Sanumi. You can see that on page, read that up on page 4 of the Nation newspaper. And then the photo displayed there is on Sawu Olu Burata. Others pay tribute to Abitatu Modgaji. Please, if you're new to this channel, don't forget to click the subscription button and click on the like button as well. And if you have any comments, you want to say anything, you can join me here via the link. Okay, and that's all on the Nation newspaper. Then over to the Nigeria Tribune newspaper, it says reps reject motion to stop Jackpot syndrome. That's on page 12. Motion is breached of 1999 Constitution. INEC tenders Tinubu biodata from Beavers report for 36 states. FCT as Yakubu sent representatives to present 4 out of 11 documents listed in subpoena. And Obi Labour Party tenders 18,000 blood polling units result in evidence. You can read that up on page 29 of the Nigeria Tribune newspaper. And then we asked for tough job. We can't complain, Tinubu tells government. That's on page 3. NEC moves to provide palliatives for workers, vulnerable groups, and federal government to seek World Bank funds to implement CNG. Still on page 3. Rising food prices push inflation rate to 22.4%. That's coming from the NBS on page 7. And why IGP sealed 17 local government secretariats in Plateau government calls for calm. That's on page 28. Alleged of government property ICPC arrange or Jerry Day, son's daughter-in-law in fresh suit. You can see that on page 26 of the Nigeria Tribune newspaper. Over 150 anti-graft CSOs celebrate Bauer's suspension, call for thorough investigation over allegation. You can read that up on page 26. Tinubu appoints Ridadu Alake Edu Adedeji, 4 others as special advisors. That's on page 4 of the Nigeria Tribune newspaper. And over to the Guardian newspaper. It's a costly rent, Bera plots. No resting place for the poor, even in debt. Big story page on page 4 and 5. And we have posers over ministerial list as Tinubu unveils X-Men in brushes. PMC marketers need $1.8 billion monthly for imports as stakeholders move to resolve grey areas. 18,088 blood election results uploaded to IVREV portal. Witness tells court. You can read that up on page 3. An economic council meets on LLC's 702 billion naira recommendation for salary adjustments. Manufacturers lose 10.1 trillion naira to poor electricity supply. That's bad. Okay, and Sir Alex, good morning, sir. Mr. Oyewuwa, good morning. You're welcome.
Good morning. How are you? Bless you. Well done.
Good morning, sir.
How are you?
Thank
God.
Okay, so please, if you're new to this channel, don't forget to click the like button, and click the subscription button, and also don't forget to click on the notification bell so as to get notified whenever we are live.
Yeah, just to join you. So, what will be your topic? Your topic, I don't understand your topic. What is that? Have you read that story? No, I'm just joining. I'm kind of busy. No, we just relocate today. I don't know if my network is strong. Let me hear from Mr. Yewa so I can contribute. Mr. Yewa, what about you?
I'm just going through the newspaper review. I've not entered that story yet, sir.
Okay.
Yes, I'm not on the newspaper.
Which story are you talking about?
It's about Kingsley Kanu. They said it's coming from Ejiofor. Ejiofor is saying we should disregard Kingsley Kanu's evil strategies.
He's a criminal. That's what he's going to say.
He said Ezelmo and himself remains Nnamdi Kanu's lawyer.
He's a criminal. That's what he's going to say. You know, last time we are here, I told you that his family has the final say.
I thought it should be fight them. I don't know.
Be you autopilot IPOB, be you the other IPOB. That is only the family have final say. And that is the conclusion that they have come to yesterday by sacking 2 of them. You understand?
Okay.
Ozokoma did not do any much harm. But our leader is complaining that he has not visited since last month or so.
He's busy now. He's busy with articulating now.
He has reasons. And Ejiofor himself has betrayed for long. But they are just giving him benefit of doubt. But his cup finally full the day that they drove those doctors that went there to look after his head. You understand? You know, say person where water one swallow.
Mr. Yewa, I be the vote of no confidence that the PSL is spiritual, don't the work.
All of them they work now, one after the other. You know, say Ejiofor himself go talk now as per say person where water wan swallow go
Mm.
shout small before he go down. You
Yeah,
understand? He has no choice than to, you know, say if he just come out like that without saying anything, it will be a big shame for him. So he has to say something. Gradually, he will go by the side
yeah, but
because
the title would have been Ejiofor other sacked. This is what you call the title and say you would have
he
put it
said,
sack. I said the title would have been Ejiofor another sack from the Mazina they can, but it doesn't matter. Go ahead, sir, so
okay.
that
So as I
you
was
can give us
saying,
the story for
it
those that don't
served
know
well
about it.
for him. This is the good opportunity that we have been waiting for because he's the he was the master of the whole plan. You have to look in face whenever he is addressing Biafrans or whenever he is addressing crowd. Look his face, read his face very, very well. Read the way he compose. You will see that you will be looking a betrayer in his face. You'll be seeing a betrayer in his face. It's not like Ozokome or Aloy Ejimako when they are addressing the masses. You see their heart is free. When you look at their face, you know these ones are free. You understand? When you if you be the person where they read person mind very well, look at Ejiofor. Look am very, very well. Look am with extra mind. Extra mind. You will see the betrayer in him. So you understand? It is a good move. I was happy that yesterday because you can't force you can't only the family. Oga IPOB. Una no dey do our brother well. We no want may una see after him again. We want bring our own lawyer. May una wash hand from our brother. It's very simple. So you people have no choice than to quit and come out there, carry on our nonsense, come out. Because now then go come for front, come talk, now then go back, go delay the case. You understand? I was very happy yesterday. That's why I said it's only the family that has the final say. You will see now the case will change and our leader will come outside. You understand? So that is what I have done. Can say your own. Kerewe, now
Okay.
the network they kick you, they go, they come.
Thank you, Mr. Yewa. You know, to me, I run out of news now because I did do a mugo at the same time. I did do house
Okay,
party. We just change
okay,
yesterday. We move to our
okay,
new
it's
house.
true, it's true, it's true. You know there is you.
I don't know
No
if they
there
able
is.
to happen on social media
You know
safe.
there is. And there
I don't know
no
if
be
time
home
don't
where
I
you go
don't know
say
if
may
time
your
don't
mama.
spoil. I don't know if time don't spoil like this. They don't pursue our done and dusted.
Okay. Okay. It was done and dusted yesterday very well.
Yeah, done and dusted.
Everybody was happy yesterday now.
Yeah, done
Everybody
and
was
dusted.
happy. Even I was
Okay.
expecting you to come and give the news. I said, "Ah, this one where LSO never come. I been never hear the discuss.
Yesterday,
So
Mr. Yewa. See, I did not sleep till after two this morning. Because
uh,
the jet way we do the parking now, everything, not be small. Even the arrangement, I never see arrange. So let Kevin give us the news for those that don't know about the news so we can proceed from there. Kevin, go ahead, over to you. I'm learning.
Kawa you dey shine or this zoo no dey affect you. I mean na this as you dey come social media so dey free yourself. You know dey like person wey dey for zoo. Okay, go on.
Thank you, sir, for that. It says Ifeanyi Ejiofor, loyal to the detained leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, Nnamdi Kanu, has debunked reports of the sacking of himself and Dr. Mike Ezome. I don't know if I got that correctly.
Mike
Ezo,
Ezokome.
Ezo, sorry? Oh,
Mike Ezokome.
Ezokume. Okay, thanks, sir.
Mike, yes.
As Kanu's cancelled by Kingsley Kanu, saying such notice was defamatory, insulting, and unauthorized. Ejiofor stated this in a statement issued on Thursday evening after his visit to Nnamdi Kanu at the headquarters of the Department of State Service in Abuja.
Kevin, you are muted though. If like say you go visit Tinubu, make it dey allow you the work. You are muted. Okay, Kevin is muted. Okay.
According to the mischievous falsehood was spilled to ridicule and embarrass the legal team. There had been reports that the family in Nnamdi Kanu sacked Ezeokume and Ejiofor. According to a statement by Kingsley Kanu, in a statement he posted on his Twitter handle on Thursday, attached with a photograph of the dismissal notice. Kansuta Kanu wrote, I hereby formally notify Mike Ozokume, San, and Ifeanyi Ejiofor that their services are no longer required in Mazi Nnamdi Kanu case, pending before the Supreme Court of Nigeria and all other concerning him. But in a release, Ejiofor said, in view of the desperate attempts of the enemies to break our rank, the legal team resolved to minimize the information that we make public through my regular updates. So therefore, you will not be receiving.
Kevin, it's like there's noise in your side there. Have you heard those Tinubu boys all on your area? I don't know if I have the let me help you to read it. Oh, Alice, what is it? Can I give us a video? Can I not read news? Okay. The bottom line
Speaking
of
on
this
behalf of the Commission in Jos, the Federal Commissioner, National Population Commission in the state, Cecilia Dapuet, said it was necessary to clear the air so that people will stop spreading wrong information, stating that all is set for the conduct of the census whenever the Nigerian government gives the go-ahead.
We all saw the cloud of uncertainty that hung above the nation after the election, and we are careful not to fall into some pitfall and plunge the country into more trouble. We cannot take
okay, Sarah, remove the video.
Remove it. Decided to postpone the exercise. I assure you it is done in the nation's interest.
Can I remove the video?
She added.
Okay, what I want to say is this. Now that Ejiofor,
can you hear me?
yeah, are you good to go now? We should just give our submission and call it a day.
Yes, I'm good to go.
Okay, go. Just run it up.
Be receiving updates on our routine visit as regularly as it's used to come, except when there is a compelling situation that demands it. Several visits to Oyendu, and particularly the visit of June 3rd, 2023, was not publicized because of the nature of the matters discussed. But the relevant persons were duly briefed on the outcomes. Let it be on record that neither Kingsley Kanu nor Emmanuel Kanu had at any point in time briefed me to handle Onyedumanzi Nnamdi Kanu's case or even IPOP's matters. By letters of engagement issued to me since 2015 by Oyedu Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, neither Kingsley Kanu nor anybody acting on his behalf engaged Mike Ozekome to represent Oyedu in any matters affecting him. Biafrans and members of the public are aware that Oyedu specifically requested to see Mike Ozekome upon his abduction and extraordinary rendition to Nigeria. During that meeting, which details are already in public domain, Onyedu personally briefed Mike Ozekome to head his legal team. To date, Mike Ozekome's son has done creditably and overwhelmingly well in, in deploying his advocacy skill in representing Oyedu in all courts in Nigeria. Further to the above, my briefings with Onyedu lasted for over 1 hour, during which we discussed pertinent issues concerning his legal and earth matters. There was no time during the meeting that Oyedu entertained or expressed any iota of doubt whatsoever on the ability of his indefatigable legal team. Ably led by Mike Ozekome to defend him, Onyedu also proceeded to avail me with other important messages to be passed on to his lead counsel, which assignments are expected to be conducted within the next 24 hours. Kingsley Kanu, in a bid to preempt any exposition I may make after today's visit, proceeded to make the ridiculous publication at exactly 1:57 p.m. Nigeria time. A few minutes before the scheduled visit of 2 p.m., he need not have worried, because out of respect and deference on Oyedu Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, I do not intend to make any such exposition. As you may be aware, right from July 26, 2021, when an order was made by Honorable Justice Binta Yanko directing the DSS to allow Onyedu access to his lawyers and relatives. Upon prior submission of the names of those visiting Onyedu, my chambers has been exclusively submitting names of those visiting Onyedu, and its process still subsists. The names are usually shared with Onyedu before clearance is given by the DSS for the visit, please. Against the backdrop of the foregoing, I wish to unequivocally state that Oyedu Mazi Nnamdi Kanu never dismissed, disengaged, neither has he expressed any intention of dismissing his legal team, ably led by Prof. Mike Ozekome. Biafrans, and indeed the members of the general public, are respectively advised to ignore in its entirety the obviously defamatory, mischievous, fake, reprehensible, denigrating, insulting, and unauthorized public notice issued by Kingsley Kanu, Alliance Katuta Kanu, as it is not true. May the public, and indeed Biafrans, be properly guided that the simple reason for dishing out such condemnable falsehood is to ridicule and embarrass Onyedu Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's legal team, able led by an erudite, foremost, and distinguished senior advocate of our time, Prof. Mike Ozekome San. It says Kingsley Kanu should be assured that his evil strategies are dead on arrival. There is nothing whatsoever that will stop or deter Oyedu's legal team, who are tirelessly working day and night to ensure that Oyedu is released unconditionally. In conclusion, Onyedu further used the opportunity by my visit to thank Izibu Umushineke for standing shoulder to shoulder with him, particularly all through his trying time. Oyedu assured Izibu Biafrans should note and be assured that Oyedu's legal team, able led by the legal Iwoko of our time, Mike Ozekome, is monitoring every situation around Oyedu. We are not resting on our horse. Hence, there's no cause for alarm. We are thousands of steps ahead of the evil plans of the enemies. Onyendu will be out of the DSS Golang strong and unbroken, is said. And that's all on the story.
You see what I'm telling you? That this man, if he did not say anything, shame will be upon him. So he have to say something. Thank God he did not mention IPOB here. He only said Mazin Nandekano employed him and the Michael Zuckerman. And the Mazin Nandekano that employed him is in dungeon. And people that has the authority to sack any person now are the family. Because their father and mother are no more. Which is this Kanu Takano and the rest. They come tell you people say, no, no, defend our brother again. We want bring our own lawyer that will defend him. They don't have any other choice because Mazin Nandekan is not asked first to talk his mind. And I believe any decision that they are taking, they talk with our leader first before they take the decision, which is the family. Look at what this man is saying. This man is not ashamed of himself. Although luck that he has is he's just like Ononseruaga. Because all this nonsense that he is vomiting is in his mouth. Mazin Nandekan did not tell him anything. Somebody that has not seen our leader for long, that is avoiding our leader, is coming to social media, start lying. I don't know how people, in fact, this man, this boy get mind, or this man or boy, how can I call it? What can I call him? He get very big mind. He get a very evil mind. How can you be so wicked? Huh? How can you be so wicked? After everything that you have done, can't you shut up and enter house? Haven't you tried for the zoo until you kill the man before you will rest? You have kidnapped him. Your job supposed don't finish. Enter house and rest. Let them know how they bring their brothers out. Thank you, Jare. Oh, brother, they talk.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Yonwa. Mazimika, welcome, sir. Let me just chip in something. No, for this Ejiofor and all the sole legal team of Mazina the Kanu, they have been doing one job for over many years now, no result. Must they even sack them before they come out by themselves?
I wonder.
They're supposed to sack themselves that we're not capable of doing this job. You both should look for another people. Like if we see, I know Mekezokum is a nice man, but you don't follow article they go. Anywhere article go, I go they follow you. So we know that. So they have to sack themselves. They should not wait for anybody to sack them. Mazimika, welcome, sir. I will talk to us, sir.
Thank you very much, Alessio, and congratulations to you and welcome to our beautiful world that we will also enjoy more bountifully in Biafra. To Alessio Junior, we've not been opportune to. I've not been opportune to speak to you since then, but it's a very big celebration for those who spoke with you and those who were not able to speak to you. They were a big celebration. Congratulations once more.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Another congratulations is to Biafrans, because finally Canon Takano or should I say, in a whole, the
Standard,
the,
man.
thank you very much. The family of our leader, in the absence of our leader, are standing up like men to do what they're supposed to do. You see, even as we are celebrating the removal of Ejiofor, who is one of the people who engineered or at least enabled the capture or the kidnap of our leader Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, we must also know that this is something that should have been done long time ago. After the exposition of our prime minister, after the exposition from our prime minister about the dealings of Ifeanyi Ejiofor, I personally thought it would never have taken up to 1 week or 2 weeks for the family of our leader to do what they did just now. But little late, but not too bad. But the only way I can say it's bad is we shouldn't have come to this point. A point whereby a private doctor, as recommended by our leader, was blocked by Ejiofor and co. We shouldn't have come to the point where a private doctor would have been blocked if we had done what we should have done in the beginning, when our prime minister exposed the collection of Ejiofor, which was very clear, absolutely clear. And I've been waiting for Ejiofor to respond objectively or to debunk what our prime minister said objectively. He has not been able to do that. What we see now is him being sacked, and he's trying to say, ignore it. That's where the problem is. Ignore it. Why do you want to remain being the lawyer to our leader? You said you work, quote unquote, pro bono, which they say is on free. Nobody's paying you. You say nobody's paying you. You are working for free. Okay. If you are working for free, now you've been sacked. Why do you want to keep on hanging on there? What is actually your interest? And you were not just sacked by a random person. Our prime minister had the authority to sack him. He didn't do it. He allowed the whole thing to go through grassroots. To go through grassroots. The sacking to come through grassroots. And the sacking came naturally. How can anybody allow Ejiofor and Ozekeme to continue going around our leader when they blocked a doctor, a special doctor, a private doctor that should have taken care of the health situation of our leader? Don't forget, our leader has been calling for a private doctor for long. It didn't just start yesterday, last week, or last month. No, he has been for long time. He has been calling for a private, doctor to examine or take care of his health situation. The people who are there, I saw a memo written by DOS, some of the enablers. I saw the memo they wrote. In that memo, they were complaining bitterly that the doctor shouldn't have gone through, another channel without the approval of Ejiofor and Ezekeme. Okay, that is fine. The question is, how come Ejiofor and Ezekeme have not been able to bring a private doctor since our leader have been calling for it? What stopped them from bringing a private doctor to examine to take care of our leader's health since he has been calling for it? What stopped them? How come they became active, more proactive? Immediately, someone else brought the doctors. How were they more proactive to stop the doctor, and they were inactive when it comes to bringing the doctor? That's where one of the problems comes from. Ejiofor has no business in saying that we should disregard what Kanu said. He shouldn't have said that, because saying that have further proven, right, what our prime minister have said in the past, that he has interest, and the interest he has is that our leader Mazen Nnamdi Kanu should permanently remain there because Ejiofor is working for Nigeria. If Ejiofor is not working for Nigeria, he should have honorably accepted the sacking. You cannot tell us that you don't want to be making public, your visitation with Mazen Nnamdi Kanu or some information publicly as you usually do before. You cannot tell us that. You cannot say it will break your rank. How? How can you making, public your visitation with our leader? How can it break your ranks? How can it, since you have been doing it, did it break your rank with anybody? It did not. It did not. How come it is now that is going to break your ranks? And breaking ranks with who? With our leader? Have you been acting, against our leader before? Do our leader always instruct you not to, make a report when you visit him and you work against him and do? So who actually are you saying, making the report to public will break rank with? Is it with Ejiofor? Is it with our lawyer Ejiofor? Listen, pinpoint exactly what the problem is. You are not making a report public because you have no report. If you have any report, you will make it public. When you had a report, you were making them public. Now you don't have report again. Our leader have isolated you. Our leader have rejected you. And don't forget that our leader, the mind of our people is always the response of our leader. Whether we are seeing him or we are not seeing him. Wherever he is, he always acts, in the public interest of our people. And sacking of Ejiofor is one of the public interests of our people. And he did exactly that through kanu. There is room for a new brand lawyers to represent our leader. Don't forget, our leader had a case in court. Ejiofor traveled to the United States. Let nobody forget that. How was that possible? There are people, Ejiofor came to represent our leader with his full heart, with clean heart. Ejiofor corrupted him. What is this? The name of the lawyer in the United States?
Bruce Fenn.
Bruce Fenn, exactly. When our leader was renditioned to Nigeria, he came to represent our leader with pure heart. Ejiofor corrupted him. And since Ejiofor corrupted him, he has been unable to recover. Don't forget, again, that Bruce Fenn was against Ejiofor in the beginning. Ejiofor was not giving him the chance he needed. If you watch one of the press interviews where Ejiofor was with Bruce Fenn, Bruce Fenn have to interrupt that press interview and chip a word in because he knew Ejiofor will never let him speak. He knew Ejiofor will never give him chance to tell the world what is actually going on. Even when he interrupted, if you look at the body language of Ejiofor, Ejiofor was totally and completely against the reason Bruce Fenn came into the press interview. But he had nothing he can do. He camouflaged. Later, they were able to put Bruce Fenn in their rank and corrupt him. And today, he is no more genuinely asking for the release of our leader. Yes, sacking of Ejiofor is a welcome development. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you, Mazi Emeka. There's one question I wanted to ask now. I want to say, okay, now, sacking Ejiofor, Mike Ezeokume, is a good move. Well, my question is there or will there be any genuine lawyer in this corrupt country called Nigeria that can represent Mazi Nnamdi Kanu?
Yes, there are. There are genuine people everywhere, even though there are not too many to be found, but there are still genuine people. Let me tell you something. You see Ejiofor as he is now. He has been, if you read what Ejiofor wrote and read what Ejiofor wrote, if you analyze both of them, you will know somebody who is genuine. You will know somebody who is playing to the gallery. You will know somebody who is trying to deceive people like like as our sister Ikewe was pronouncing it, Ezigbo ụmụ Chineke, that's a word he always called in Igbo language, when they were able to introduce what is called real Igbo and the fake Igbo. So Ejiofor want to bring the same thing into IPOB, to bring real IPOB and fake IPOB. That is the reason for that word, Ezigbo ụmụ Chineke. He knew that everybody is ụmụ Chineke, meaning children of God. But he want to say there are people who are good children of God and there are people who are bad children of God. The same thing he want to introduce, but it's not working. He has not worked finally. We never work because we are past that era. Now, there are people who can represent our leader genuinely. There are people, even among our ranks, who love Biafra, even more than some of us, if I may put that, if I may say it that way, who are lawyers. They can represent our leader. Even Ejimako, the way he's going now, he is doing the work good. Exactly the way it's supposed to be done, he's doing the work the way it's supposed to be done. And again, if by any means, some of these people, they start well and they don't end well. Some do start well and they end well. Okay, let me not generalize the whole issue. If Ejimako, as he starts well now, if by tomorrow he's found wanting, we have no problem, Nobody believed that Ejiofor can be in this position he's in. Nobody believed it. So what about Ejimako? Ejimako can also be in this position tomorrow if he divert from the issue. I mean, from doing the right thing. But if he remains doing the right thing, there is no need. As it is now, he is doing the job well, and we wish he continue in this line. But if he enters his head, there is always room to take out somebody and replace another person. Yes, there are many genuine lawyers who can represent our leader. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Mazi Emeka. Mr. Ayew, you're back. Okay, you want to talk to us, Kevin? Mr. Ayew, we can't hear you. I mean, the network they worry you.
Maybe network. My phone just, I don't know, said the battery don't die down, and they're there for light.
Okay.
I think just switch off. So, not network. What I just want to say is this: that Ejiofor should go and have seat. And why I take like Ozokome so much, we say he no go talk. He may not come out to talk as this man, this Judas the carrot is uselessing himself all over social media. Mike Ozokome is so occupied, so busy, and all these things. He knows that even the whole thing go don't tire the man because he has seen everything that is going wrong beside our leader. He has seen the other side of Ejiofor and co. So the whole thing go don't tire the man because the man was trying his best to make sure our leader is out. But the evil ones are more than what he's doing. So the man has already fed up. So and if you try to make one step ahead, they will confuse him, give him money, do one or two things. So the man will go back again. That's the truth about the matter. So all of them should go by the side. Let Ejimako, any other lawyer that the family see that can do the work, go for that so that our leader will come out and have the freedom. All this one where Ejiofor, look where this man get, all these things just they pay me. Look where this man get, be say, in defa, and the myself defa. I swear to God, why person go there this kind of wickedness? You are follow human being, you are follow Igbo man. Eh? What does now the kanu did to you? Where you are so wicked like this, even in the prison also, you are still wicked in this man. Wow, people. Nah. So that one apart. It's like Kewe talk about the zoo. Jagaban and his no Apocratic go if now once a prophet. Once a prophet say no Apocratic go. Abiele, so let's hear.
Okay, Mr. Yowa, you know, for me, if we will go to the facts, although say the legal team, or even though say betrayal, but the result that came out of the legal team, the Nigeria is still now they contribute to the problem we're having today. If I wish after the Mazinan can be discharged and acquitted, I believe by now when you do would have been out all this nonsense for not the happen. Or whether like so some people still go press button for him not to be released. That's what I don't really understand. Because for me, I saw they did something before that led to the release of Mazinan the Kanu of discharging those cases. So
And that is the problem. And that's what we
yeah,
are
we don't
talking
be alright
about.
them up
It's
like that.
Ejiofor. Ejiofor
We
is
don't be
the
alright them up
mastermind.
now. Unless it's something we don't understand going on. But of the result that we see, they did their best. They won the case. And all the case against Mazen Kanu was quashed, done and dusted. But we don't know whether after done and dusted, something go behind the scene that still keep on do up till now. So that is the problem. I don't really understand.
The worst part of it is that this Ejiofor self has not contributed anything. Knowing of Ejiofor is a waste for Nnamdi Kanu.
No problem, sir. Thank you so much.
Yeah, Alessio, let me say this, Alessio, please. You see, we put too much, I mean, or should I say hope or whatever better word anybody can use for it. We put so much, hope on lawyers. You see, in Nigeria, in the case of our leader Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, the effort of lawyers, if you ask me, I will tell you it's just 2%. In the release of our leader, the position of lawyers is just 2%. The 98%, in fact, the release of our leader depends on us, not on the lawyers. You hope on lawyers in a case where you are dealing with a lawful country, a country that obeys law, a country that respects the rule of law, a country that believes in law. That's where you depends on lawyers. When you come to Western world, if this one is suing the other one, because all of them, they know that lawyers will cut it in the middle. I mean, the court will cut it in the middle. They respect nobody. They don't play hanky-panky. But when it comes to, a lawless country like Nigeria, lawyers do not have such power. Our people, they say you don't use empty hands to pursue something that is, that bites, or something that is very dangerous. You have to be armed, to face something that is very dangerous. Because if you go empty-handedly, the thing will use this weapon against you, and you may not survive it. The release of our leader depends on us. Lawyers can do the paperwork, go to court, it's okay. But the major engine that will release our leader is us, we, the people. If we stand and give Nigeria the heat that Nigeria cannot sustain. Don't forget, when our leader was talking about his release, he never mentioned that, oh, this lawyer did this, the other lawyer defended this. By the way, what is a lawyer going to say in the presence of our leader? Have we asked ourselves that question? What is the brain that any lawyer on this earth can say that our leader have never seen, even in 20 years ago? What is that lawyer going to say? What is he going to do? Who knows Nigerian constitution more than our leader? Who is the person? I want to know. Who is the person? Who knows the law? Even as corrupt law of Nigeria. Who knows it more than our leader? Have we not watched when our leader was dealing with Nigerian constitution when he was in UK? Have you not watched it? Even Atiku has to borrow, some of the political opponent of Atiku has to borrow some, wisdom from our leader to go against Atiku. Some of them, they tap from our leader, to manipulate things in their favor. Nobody knows law more than our leader. Nobody is more sensible. Nobody understands law 1% of our leader, Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. So therefore, what is a lawyer? What You know, what new is a lawyer going to say that our leader doesn't know? How is a lawyer going to defend our leader that our leader cannot defend himself? But there is always room for the formalities. You know, I have a lawyer, let the lawyer do this, let the lawyer do that. There is always room for that. But the major part of the work is by us, the people, to make sure that Nigeria does not settle. That is how it will be. When our leader was mentioning the people how it was possible for him to be released in 2017, he mentioned what was done in Niger then. How ship was hijacked in Niger then. And they say, and that was true, they wrote it, we appeared even in Nigerian newspapers, they said the first demand is the release of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. Okay. He talked about the sealing, the close down, the shutdown of River Niger Bridge. Even on the shutdown of River Niger Bridge, they started both the Babangidas and all the whole municipalities in Nigeria, you know, the manipulators in Nigeria, all of them, they were talking about Igbo presidency. They then give them Igbo presidency so that peace can reign. So these are the type of things that can release our leader. If we hope on lawyers, we go nowhere. We, the people, must put extreme pressure, more than in 2016 or 2017. We must put extreme pressure now. And that is the secret of releasing of our leader. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mazemeka. Exactly. That's what I've been saying all this while. I said it on one of my program. People were asking me, Alesso, what are you doing? What are you doing? I was like, I did talk my mind. Must I do something? Can't I just speak? Don't I have freedom of speech? That they need to put boot on ground. Because I was saying that the sit at home that the Prime Minister did is good, but as it stands now, they are getting used to it. Arrête. Désolé, I'm coming.
Okay, please don't forget to click the like button. Let's click on the like button.
Okay. Sorry for the distraction. This will not go school today. So I was saying that people were saying that what are you doing? As okay now the Prime Minister puts it at home. That's like they are getting used to that every Monday.
Silas, are you with us now?
Yeah, I'm with you. Can you hear me? Let's say you did back, okay? You talk to Tinubu.
Yes, LSO. We can hear you.
Okay, thank you, sir. So I was saying, okay, this sit at home is good, but it's that we need more sit at home. People were attacking me, but now, according to what Prime Minister doing, I pray from on the thought that 1 week sit at home is going to come, let everything just work out because they really need boot on ground. Attacking those places like the oil factory, every places. And I'm saying something that someone need to come outside that is doing the woto, claiming ownership, like the likes of Asare Tokumbo, likes of Tompolo. We need that in Biafra land. That is going to claim ownership, might not be prime minister, but the person will say, I am the one, like, let me use the unknown government, for example. I am the one that said unknown government to do this. I'm the one that, things like that. I need someone like that. I'm saying all these things for a long time ago. We are doing this for the release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and I'm the head. If Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is not going to release, we're going to do worst. You have no choice. The day we see Jagaban in Biafra, anyway, we're going to kidnap the oil, everything. We need a responsibility. But if I say, unless somebody they talk, they instigate violence about IPOP is not a terrorist group. IPOP is not disabled. I say we know we are not a terrorist group. We are demanding for the release of our leader. So we have to do everything because the leader said it. He said that if you search for me, you did not see me, burn down the zoo. Now we follow through diplomacy for good 2 years. They did not release it. So let's burn down the zoo. To burn down the zoo, maybe they go release that. Not release that. We cannot come out.
LSO, what you said now is the right thing to do. Because you know this Ejiofor, why them plant him here? The plan of our leader for don't come out since so. That time when them feast it at home for 1 week. waiting. Look at somebody that is defending somebody. You will come out, you will say they should stop. Our leader said you people should stop criminality, stop the killings. Look at a lawyer. That man need to be that Ejiofor, He's sin for this life. If he never in generation go still pack out of it. You are defending somebody that the federal government is accusing of doing something which he did not. The same you will come outside again and say, our leader said we should stop snatching of car. Our leader, what kind of nonsense is this?
Oga Mesayewa, the one we are now, we need to be snatching the car. You don't understand me. We need to claim responsibility. Okay, just imagine the tat Asare Okumbo went to Abuja with the tat, understand me? And he was claiming we are here to defend Tinubu's mandate. No, you understand? Because some of the people, they have grown mothers. You know, Nigeria don't have security now. We don't have police. The police, when they do prostitution. The women, they do prostitution. The boys, the men police, they arrest their own boys.
Lawless country.
They don't play their salary. So if someone with heavy machinery, you see when Mazda kind of created ESM. Watch now, let me tell you something now. What I'm driving at. When Oyedu created this ESM, before God and man, the zoo, I hear him say, the zoo was in a panic mood because they know what the ESM can do. They're in panic mode, but the ESM were inside the bush, they chase the whole Fulani out. Now, what I'm talking about, we need someone to come outside again, create something that I know Prime Minister has created the Biafra Republic government in exile. It's following a diplomatic process. I understand that one. But me need woto that someone will come. This oil one for the drip for Eboyo for Imo is finished. Say fini. The person will just stand there. I'm in charge now. I know you understand what they talk. I want to explain these papers. They will come down and say, what do you want? They will come and negotiate. Okay, since we have been following diplomacy for good 2 years after the adoption of Mazi, they have not come to negotiate now. Nobody have come to the round table and say, okay, let's even listen to this for the first place. Look at the Tinubu who came that the Nigeria is going to divide in its tongue. Because they know they feel any heat. They never really feel the woto. If you they feel like you feel no like talking. When you stand for that, what you say to that, you negotiate. Our first demand, release Mazi and the kanu. Then number 2, okay, conduct referendum. Then we go to know that things they work out well. Now, no government record, they go destroy. Nobody claim responsibility. These are no government issues. Since when Mazi was around, they talk about this thing. Even Dr. Chief determined say no, we are not terrorists, go this, that one. That time when you do was still around, when no government is starting operation. I said it before in Dr. Chief show. That someone need to claim responsibility of this unknown government. I am in charge. You are doing it for me. Let us go. So I beg now, let me contribute. Lord, why I agree to you, small less is with us. If they contribute once. Over to you, Kevin.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, Mr. Mazik Emeka. Thank you, Mr. Ejiofor, and every other viewers and those in the comment section. Thank you all for staying tuned. With this, we actually come to the end of.
Allow me to give that closing remark. What did they do?
We've come to the end of the newspaper review.
Kevin, allow Mazi Emeka and Sayowa to give that closing remark.
Okay, Mr. Mazi Emeka, please, your conclusion.
Thank you, Joe, and thank you to all the viewers. Very, very simple. Very, very simple. Ejiofor is gone, and he would have gone a long time. So this is a new beginning. Those who have been blocking some of the, opportunities that our leader could have gotten some treatments, and opportunities that some doctors, private doctors can go in there and come out and release a statement to the world to know exactly what is happening to our leader. Those who have been blocking those opportunities are being taken off. And that's the best way to go. Thank you. Thank you, Alessio. God bless all of you.
Thank you so much, Mazi Emeka. That doctor is very correct. Because that doctor would have come with a very superior report from Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's head that might warrant its release. But they blocked the opportunity. Mad people everywhere. Mr. Young, over to you, sir.
Well, I greet all the viewers. I greet everybody in the studio. My last comment is this. Ejiofor, there's music that they leave for him this time around. Now. The same that music when they sing for anybody where don't go. So them put in picture there, they give him that music. So in body go they cool for the background where in there. He's gone. And they know any other thing that he can do than to go and rest in peace. Or rest in hell, not even peace. So that our leader will be free. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Yeunwa. Please, Biafrans out there, you all should not be waiting for the Biafra Prime Minister. Not be only one giving a Biafra. People should also rise up, rise up, rise up. We have rugged men on the town. Let them stand up. Prime Minister follow diplomatic process. So we need to squad. That's what I have to say. Don't wait for Prime Minister only. Not only one.
Woto.
Yes, Prime Minister don't try. They follow diplomatic. So we need the one we're there for a year. The one we know the year word. We need people. I know I'm using people like Asare Tokubo da Mumu, people like the Tompol on ground on this struggle. That we stand with their full chest, represent the Biafra land, like the default of Biafra Prime Minister is creating. So we need someone that will come outside. If not die, more die because we are still dying. You fight, you don't fight, you must still die. The zoo is killing people every day. Accident, they keep person, kidnapping, they keep person, non-government, they keep person. People are not dying anyhow. So someone need to come outside, not fear death. Come outside. Stand the ground. People will support you. Thank you.
Mr. Oyewuwa, please can you give your closing remark? Okay, it seems that I could block him.
I think fix your network. Mr. Yewa, don't give closing remark. Now you the senior.
I did not hear you. All right, thank you so much, everyone. Thank you for staying.
Tinubu email. Tell me free you.
Okay, sir.
Be once obedient. It's the verse all of now.
All right. So please let's stay to same station, same time next week. Do have a lovely weekend.
Corruption, which has unfortunately become endemic in our system today, has no doubt robbed the nation of much needed growth and development. In order to tackle this hydra-headed monster, the capacities of those that see to the day-to-day running of organizations have to be updated so as to keep abreast with present-day reality.
This is one thing that the federal government has done that makes me beat my chest, and I'm happy to be a Nigerian. If we don't...
People don't know what is coming. They have no idea. I feel sorry for the city. They have no idea. Any day that all of you gang up to support your one Nigeria garbage, the more you're digging your collective graves. Nigeria can never ever be fixed. It's broken beyond repair. It can never be fixed.